What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and let's just take in this view of this beautiful, beautiful character model that we have in Shermie. What a gorgeous character, and a very beloved character as far as KOF is concerned. And, guys, I think we already know the answer to is she strong? Is she not? We know how Kofa's does it. They always make these newer characters strong, and they definitely showed the love to Miss Waifu here, Shermie. God Almighty, I could look at this all day. She looks absolutely gorgeous. So let's take a look at her kit, guys, and let's talk about her. So I did get her to level 20. I haven't A3'd her because I actually have to use a selector to do it. And I'm actually debating on whether or not I want to go to another pity because this banner actually treated me very, very well. And as I mentioned in my pool video, whenever I get treated well, I do feel more motivated to spend money in a game. I do feel more motivated. Whenever I get banners like what happened to me in the Cronin banner, I really don't want to spend money because you're just getting screwed and you don't really want to reward the game at all. But whenever you get some good luck and you have the means available to you, then you might think about it. So I am considering it, but even guys, even at A1, guys, she's pretty damn nutty. She can easily get one key in Guild Raid, no problem. So, she's a red balance type fighter, guys. Which is going to be really great for your red team, for our HD. Unfortunately, there's already a lot of red fighters, so I think most players that are playing RHD, unless you're a new player, really wouldn't need her for that and probably wouldn't need her anyways because the game's already so easy. But she is a godly character for a few reasons. One, her leadership increased balance type fighter attack by 60% is awesome. The 30% PG rate, the increased damage on 80% on a critical hit. She's got all the extra critical rate, so she's going to be doing this very often. She increases shock damage, which is really great because she has shock explosion. Her grab skill attack increases great for her because she does grabs. Freeze and Petrify immunity is really, really awesome, especially for, say, the Tower of Trials, right? Because you're going to be immune to Petrify. That can actually come in very handy. And also in PvP. And then activate Sending Spin Kick when attacking targets that can't be grabbed. So whenever she can't grab a target, like Guild Raid, for 1 second inflicts chill damage equal to 550% attack for every 0.1 seconds. This is really great because on Inferno and Guild Raid, you need chill. And guess what? You need shock also. She has both dots in her kit. So she can literally apply both dots at the same time and melt his meter. And she does melt. She actually does quite a few hits. She also becomes immune to damage for 4 seconds when attacked on a 10-second cooldown. Now, this isn't one of them become immune when you reach a certain amount of HP. So if she takes a lot of damage, guys, she can die pretty damn easy. It would have been better if they would have gave her, like, when she reaches 30% HP or 35% HP, that she actually becomes immune automatically, like what they did with the Street Fighter character. Something like that would have been really, really great for her. This is still good, but it would have been so much better if she would have reached an HP threshold and then got her immunity, because you're going to find, guys, she'll get down to very low HP before this kicks in a lot of times. And if you have a dot explosion, if the character's using dot explosion on her, they can pretty much one-shot her and bypass that because they'll do so much damage so fast. So I do wish they would have done that. And then increase critical rate by 15% for 3 seconds upon landing an attack, resets upon landing a critical hit. This is insane for her, giving her the extra critical rate. Inflicts symbol for 7 seconds upon landing a critical hit on target. Increases shock explosion by 250%, which is insane for this character since she has shock explosion upon attacking target with a symbol, and increases damage of bleed and starlight dealt to the target with the symbol by 70%. So now she can also act like a support as well for bleed and starlight characters, which is actually pretty damn awesome. So when you attack the skill one time, you do get an attack buff by 70% for 5 seconds, which is awesome. And you do apply shock for 14 seconds. This is godly. And I've talked about how increased active skill cooldown by 3 seconds. This is just nutty and a super annoying thing in PvP, because if she applies that lightning to you, you're going to have these ridiculous cooldowns on your characters, like 12 seconds or more. And it's just annoying because you can't go into your skills. But for her, it's terrific. And then when you tap the skill twice, this is just going to be mainly for PvP. It has a 50% chance to reset the Shermie clutch. This is good, but I wish it had been 100% instead of 50%. You'll find at times that it doesn't reset the first skill, and it can be a little bit of annoying sometimes. So I play her in a certain way to make sure that I'm not really relying on this thing. But she does have the PvP exclusive remove all enemies shield damage immunity, PvP exclusive disable all enemies roll for 3 seconds. This is godly for PvP, especially for this character because she always has grab, and taking away their shield and immunity just means that she decreases their survivability while she just murders them. And then her second skill, 50% chance to reset the cooldown Shermie Clutch. Again, 50% is okay, and it's good that it's between two skills, but it doesn't, again, guys, 50% is just half the time, right? It would have been nice if it had been at least been 70%, at least, But she does have dot explosion. She does have increased target damage received, which is insane for her. And then, of course, she has hyper armor. That is an interrupt skill, and it also gives a heal to her and her team members. This is really, really good. Again, guys, if she would have had that 30% HP threshold whenever immunity would apply from her core, it would have been so much better, especially with this. Honestly, that would have been just that little tweak. That little tweak would have been so awesome for her. She doesn't need it per se, but boy, it would have made her so much better. It really would increase her survivability. And then her finisher, her default increases target damage received by 15%. Right, very nice. And her 3PG doesn't get interrupted. She does grab a hold of Guild Rage. She does throw him around and taunt him a little bit, which is pretty funny to watch, actually, and awesome. However, her default, sometimes it grabs a hold of Geese and sometimes it doesn't. It's a real funky thing. I think it's what it is whenever he gets down a certain amount of, before you break the meter for him when you're applying your dots, then she can grab a hold of him sometimes. At least that's what it seems to appear that she's doing. Now, when it comes to her imprint stones, guys, I just use the 2EX stones that you get for the character. And the first stone's actually really great for her because it does increase bleed and shock by 18%. That's actually really awesome for this character because it's jumping up her shock explosion. And then the second one actually increases active skill 1 damage by 20%. This is also very good for her because it applies lightning. However, it isn't her exploding skill. Her exploding skill is a second skill. But it's still really good for the character, right? And this is just A2, guys, right? Just A2. Now, core, I haven't unlocked anything on her core at all. But when it comes to her EX skill, you have Assault here, which, can be used limited to standing airborne knockdown. Spinning spin kick activates the target upon landing a hit. Deals chill damage equal to 550% of attack every 0.15 seconds for 1 second. Needs 2 PG to use. I don't know how useful this would be. It looks like it's going to be a pretty strong skill. The fact that she would have 2 PG available, you could actually do this, 2 times right in a row very, very quickly. And since you would have chill at all times and you're going to have shock, I imagine you could break the meter faster. So I don't know. And then direct current, increase all enemies shock damage received by 35%, which is going to increase her shock explosion. I am wondering how good her EX cores really are. They're okay, right? But I think they could have been better, but still going to be really, really good for her per se, right? Now I'm going to be using this set right here. I'm going to be using this set because it actually increases shock damage and active skill damage by 23% and increased attack by 7%. The cool thing about this is, even though I'm going to be doing this today with this set, which a lot of people don't have because they weren't playing during the 7 Nights collaboration, you're still going to be able to get a free set from the Rush Dungeon that is very similar to this. Actually, probably going to be a little bit better because it's an actual fest set. You're going to have higher native stats on it, so you're probably going to be doing a little bit more damage. I've done this test before. And yes, it seems like the Rush Dungeon set will do more damage. I'm just using regular option cards on her. And then, of course, her affinity is at level 10. The girl is actually very, very strong. Very, very good, guys. She is quite potent, quite powerful. But I was kind of surprised they didn't give her some kind of, CC effect, right? They didn't give her any kind of CC effect from her core or from her skills, which really surprised me quite a bit. But she does remove the enemy's shield, right? She removes their immunity, right, from you tapping the first skill twice. So maybe that's why they didn't do it. Maybe they felt like she was going to be too overpowered. Now, we're actually going to be using Lady Choi as a striker, right? And, well, we don't want to click on that because Lady Choi actually increase attack by 50% of HP at 7% or more, increase attack speed by 5%, and decrease skill cooldown, right? And she also obtains 7% power, which is actually really, really good, guys. That's pretty damn awesome. And also, Lady Choi does a lot of hits. If you time Lady Choi's striker skill right in Guild Raid, you will actually break the meter even faster. If you have chill and shock applied all at once, but remember, Shermie's chill doesn't last very long, right? It's only going to last for about 1 second. So if you time it right and you bring in Lady Choi while the chill's being applied, while the shock's being applied, you're going to break the meter even faster because Lady Choi does a lot of hits. So I'll bring up the gameplay for you guys right now, and you can see how well she actually did for me, all right? Shermie's pretty awesome. You guys are going to notice that I'm not going to play her in a way where she resets her first skill because I don't trust that damn 50% reset. There I did, but I don't really like doing it because a lot of times it doesn't reset. Now I hit the default and then I just start running through my skills. Whenever you hit your default after having your hyper armor up, it'll immediately cancel because it does a grab and you just want to start doing a bunch of hits. That's how you're going to break the meter, right? And something else to note, guys, is the set that's in the banner right now, I think would be pretty godly on this character because you could actually run through her first and second skill, which is the skill that applies shock and the skill that applies explosion, much faster because you'd actually increase your attack speed, right? I think that that set would be pretty damn nuts on this character. I really do. This is pretty funny. I just love how she does the, those speaking sweet subtles to Geese. Watching that big boy get slammed down, that's pretty funny. But that's how you got to break the meter, guys. Once you use the default, immediately start just going into your skills, doing your basic attacks, so you can start landing hits and try to break that meter even faster. And if you do that, you'll find that she can stay alive fairly easy. But if she does get hit, she will take a lot of damage. She doesn't have immune to darkness, right? She's immune to chill, she's immune to petrify, but she is not immune to darkness. So you see me at the default, you see the meter still up a little bit, and I just go into my basics, right, to try to break that meter. I mean, the girl is strong. I mean, she's pretty godly, guys. We've already gotten 1 billion in 1 minute, right? And this is at A2, right? So, I mean, when I take her to A3 and we get, 3 more stones because you're actually going to unlock the other moon and star-shaped stones when you take her to A3, she's going to do a lot better. She's going to do a lot more damage. She is a nutty damn character. Very, very strong. I love her basics, by the way. I mean, the way she throws at her feet, the kicks are just beautiful. Man, the girl can move, guys. I mean, it's weird when you look at Shermie and the way she attacks, it can be almost misleading. It doesn't look like she really does a lot of hits, but whenever you start doing her basic attacks, you'll find that she does do. I mean, look at the hits, guys. Look at the hits, right? She does a lot. She actually racks them up pretty damn fast, which really helps her and aids her in breaking these meters. It isn't about damage when it comes to breaking meters. It's about applying the right dots at the same time and just doing a crap ton of hits to break the meter. It's not about damage. Damage comes into play as far as your actual damage. I just love watching her do that to Geese. That's so funny, man. She just slamming them down. She's like, oh. I don't know what she's saying. I have no idea. I'm sure someone in the comments can let me know. But yeah, and there what I did was I just did 3-1, 3-1, because if I would have done the second skill, it would have removed the shock explosion or removed the shock. But I just did 3-1, 3-1. Right now, there I actually went 3PG and we didn't have shock applied, right? Which kind of sucked, kind of screwed me a little bit there, right? You really want shock applied before you do your 3PG, so you can kind of break that meter down a little bit, right? So Geese is going to apply darkness on the ground, right? I'm just kind of going at it here a little bit, and booyah, guys. So right there you can see we got almost 1.9 billion at A2. Which is a tremendous score, guys. It's a really insane score. Complete solo by this girl. She did it all on her lonesome. She is, I mean, guys, she's godly. Let's go ahead and finish this out because we want to see her outro, right? We gotta check out the outro, right? We gotta check out the outro. I mean, yeah, baby girl getting it done. Shermie is amazing, right? She is a godly character. And, I mean, I always hate talking about the fact that the game is so easy. But the truth is, guys, like if you're a brand new player or you came back to this game for Shermie, you're going to be really happy with her, man. She's going to be doing so much for you. She's going to be breaking the game for you. And now I forgot to mention, and I don't put a lot of stock into this, but because she has shock and chill, right? She's actually going to be freaking insane for this game mode. She's going to be nutty. I mean, matter of fact, let's go ahead and slap her in here and see what she does. I'm curious myself. To see what kind of damage she's going to do here because, I mean, this is where you need chill and shock, right? You need chill and shock. We're just going to put her in here, right? You don't need a striker that has chill and shock here. So again, if you're a newer player, because veterans are already destroying this. They're pretty much putting this on auto and destroying it. But if you're a new player and you got Shermie, she's going to destroy this thing, man. She's going to murder this thing. All right, so let me bring her in. All right, we're just going to go ahead and wait. We'll just do one full rotation and see what she does. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Lady Choi as well. And let's go. Yeah. So you can see the damage numbers, guys. And, you know, applying chill and shock, like in the very beginning of this fight, you need to apply chill, right? And an A2, she's pretty much getting it done, destroy. I mean, 300, yeah, million. Yeah, 300 million. She pretty much almost did the full score that you need in here to get the maximum rewards, right? Like, that is insane, guys. That's just nutty, right? She is crazy strong. If my striker would have had more CP, right, we would have done even more damage. If I would have had this girl at A3, we would have easily got the amount of damage that we need to get the maximum rewards, right? I mean, you need 376 million. In one key, she could easily do this. At A3, in one key, she would have easily done that. Right? Just made a complete joke and mockery out of Dungeon Trials. But I mean, for us veterans, we're already doing that because we're getting like 2.2 billion. But still, like, she's one of those characters, guys. I mean, we're really at a point in the game where now you're just either pulling for your character because you're collecting them or you're pulling for them because they're your waifu. But for a new player, she is going to be godly. Anytime you start off this game and you're beginning it and you get an EX character or an SS or BS character, they are just going to be so nutty for you, especially for her. And also, guys, in RHD, she's going to be godly as well because of the shock explosion on your red team. However, if you've been playing this game for a long time, your red team's already going to have some very, very strong characters like Kyo, Terry, and Soul Bad Guy. Like all three of those guys, Shizuru, like all four of them have crazy die explosion. A 98 Omega Rugal. There's quite a few of them that have that 5.5 times explosion and can actually murder. But she'll murder a little bit better because she's just stronger than all of them. So guys, I mean, she's an awesome character, man. I'm sure she's going to make a lot of players very, very happy. But let me know what you guys think about Shermie, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.